Very exciting day today, as you can probably see by the title. We're doing something a little bit different. I'm flying a couple of my students from my e-commerce program out to Toronto, and we're doing a day in the life. So gonna be answering a bunch of questions, showing them around. We're gonna go out for lunch, do some activities, all that cool stuff. I know a lot of you guys will get a lot of information and value out of this, just because I'm gonna be opening up a lot more about eCom. They're gonna be opening up a lot about their eCom story. For some of you guys that are new, some of you guys that are more advanced, there's gonna be something for all of you. And I think you will really enjoy this video. So I also did another interview with another one of my students. So I'll put a little snippet up. That one is not going on YouTube. That's gonna be exclusive to my email list. So I'll be sending it out very shortly. If you guys are interested in watching that, sign up to the link below. You'll see it there. And that one is also sick. In the meantime, we're gonna head over to the airport right now, pick them up, give you guys an introduction, and we will get on with this day.
It's good, bro. How are you?
Welcome. How are you guys?
Good,
Welcome
good.
to Toronto. Wait, so before I get confused, so Keshav? Keshav.
Yeah.
Okay, Keshav, and then
Hirdesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably an important part to get in this video. Thing one, thing two.
Yeah.
Welcome to Toronto, guys.
Appreciate you, bro.
Got a lot of stuff planned today. I got you guys a room at Hazelton, which is sick as a tell. Just freshen up and then we can go for lunch downstairs. We'll probably do a run. Do you guys have some gym clothes?
Yeah, jump that run. You guys do.
Just a quick one, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. You're talking to two brown boys talking about cardio?
Bro's already
chest
panicking.
press. Yeah. He was like, yo, let's just convince Ado instead of a run, we just hit a chest day.
Do 10K.
Yo, honestly speaking, we can maybe do that. The only thing is I wanted to have somewhere where it's a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
So if the gym at the hotel is empty, we can maybe do it in there.
Okay.
But you want to hit a run?
I will hit a run. Now we good.
I feel like I need to give them an introduction of how you guys even got into eCom and also how you guys came across me, because I was also very curious. You guys found me on YouTube?
He's the one who
Do
asked.
you remember what the first video was?
Probably your 9/11 one.
Oh, so the first video.
Yeah, low key.
Holy-
I think that's the one that popped off, right? Hard.
Yeah. It did really well. Yeah, that was crazy.
I think that was-
It's funny because when I started my YouTube, I was saying to Siobhan, I was like, bro, if this video doesn't get 1,000 or 2,000 views, I'm done.
I'm quitting.
And it popped off, which is insane.
There you go.
Were you guys in eCom before, at that point in time already?
We got into problem solving products and then sort of got into the whole Callow data or Ripman and then
Right.
that sort of world.
So when you got into problem solving products, how was that journey for you guys? When did it start? Exactly.
We'd obviously come across YouTube videos
Yeah.
on people doing case studies revealing my store that I ran up 70K or whatever on. And then there was just a common theme where it's every product that these guys are running up, there's an inherent need for them. It's not just oh, this jewelry looks cool.
Correct.
So we're why don't we just channel that need
Yeah.
into somebody buying? Because it's
because I think the harder step is to sell something that someone would wants compared to they need it. So something like a watch or jewelry or shoes. Way harder.
But then what I do say, and I've said this a lot, is even with problem solving products, I think people tend to automatically think of skin issues or health issues or things like that. There are problems that can be solved that are not inherent to you as your personal human issues. So for example, cat products or pet products.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are also solving problems, right? It's just in a different way. And even organizational tools, those are solving problems too. So it's not always, I think we tend to automatically think it's just health problems and stuff, right? But there's a whole breadth of products that we can have for problem solving stuff. I think that's really important to also hone in on. So you started with those products and then you guys were doing did you guys get any good scale going or how was that going?
We're in the ED niche.
we were in the men's health niche for a bit. This was just literally one product test. So we were just making these bold claims where it's it'll solve every problem under the sun.
Right.
You'll basically be walking around like Superman.
Yeah.
And that was our ad. And obviously it was working because you're making an obscene promise, right?
Yeah. So you guys never reached any serious scale?
No, we were trenching for time.
So under a couple $100 a day even?
Bro,
Yeah.
Okay, so basically $0 a day is what they're trying to say. So then let's fast forward to when you guys came to me.
Yeah.
Which was when exactly? Do you remember?
March 15th we joined, or we're in the
I love how everyone remembers the exact date.
I can tell
it's
you
an
the exact
anniversary
day
date.
of the 1K day, the, the 7K day.
Okay, so March 15th this year, which was around 3 months ago.
I think so.
Yeah.
So 90 days.
Yeah.
It's 90 days. You guys were at
0 at March 15th.
Okay, zero. Like actually zero.
Absolutely 0.
I thought you guys were actually making like.
No, we weren't doing shit.
Then
Okay.
we learned what angles and avatars and more specific things through Ado.
Yeah.
And then in 1 week or 1.5 weeks, we got to 1K days, and the only reason we didn't scale higher is because we got limited on our credit cards.
Yeah.
So these
honestly, sorry to interrupt you,
No, you're
but
good.
they came in, and I remember a week after I had sent you guys like some big blurbs of text,
Yeah.
and then you guys are like, "Bro, we already hit a winning ad," and I was like, "Oh wow, that was sick." And you guys were amped too. I think I called you.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah.
I told this guy to join.
Yeah, I was in the middle of some
So
bullshit.
that was sick. These guys had some super fast progress. I guess I don't want to get into like too many of the details. What would you say? Was there anything specific that like helped you guys just like unlock that first bit of scale? Because I know we talked about a few things back then, but I can't remember exactly what it was that like had like an unlock for you guys.
So it was offer. You helped us fix our offer, and also really testing that your avatar exists and like validating the avatar. That was the main thing. I think we were testing angles before, but you got to know that there's an avatar there that actually wants what you're trying to sell, and then you can always just test angles around that. That's the main thing.
All right, so I just realized we didn't even talk about what scale you guys got to. So you guys came into the program at basically 0.
Yeah.
I know you ran into some hiccups recently, but I think a few weeks ago you guys were at like peak scale. So what was that looking like? I think you had mentioned to me 8K a day USD or something like that.
What was the exact number? I think you're
7.8 was our peak number,
Okay,
but
but like consistently.
consistently in the 7Ks.
Okay,
So
sick. And I think I want to also caveat this by saying, because I know on my channel I have a very large dynamic of people. So complete beginners, intermediate people, very advanced people. So for my beginner people, $7,000 in a day might seem like a lot, like insane. But again, you guys did it in what, 60 days?
yeah, 60 days.
I'm not trying to say it's easy, but it's a very achievable number. And I think for my more advanced people, like one thing that I just want to make very clear here, this is pure direct response, understanding the fundamentals of marketing, no ripped content, right? Like
No
that
ripped
was
content.
completely original content, actually applying marketing fundamentals that they learned in profits,
Yep.
which to me is the sickest thing, because that's a real skill set. And like I was telling you guys earlier on the drive here, if you have a skill like that, you can always make money. And you guys were giving me that example where you guys tried starting a new story. If you want to just reiterate that story again.
So basically what happened was the hiccups that Adil was mentioning, it was ad account bans. So like I mentioned, with ad accounts, new ad accounts, you want to start warming them up, etc. Right? So it took us a few days to get the ad accounts sorted and all of this stuff as well. So we were just kind of like sitting ducks doing nothing. So we're like, you know what? We got 2 guys who are halfway okay, decent at eCom, and we're just sitting here bored. Why don't we just try and run up another thing and like really put our skills to the test in a way? So we just started like literally another store within 3 days. We set everything up, got the first ads, like full custom made, no rip content again. Ran it at $100 a day budget, and like day 1 we got 4 sales. And I think it was like a 3 point something. return on ad spend.
50 AOV, average order value.
Yeah, that's fire. I just want to like stress it so much that it's such a big difference between ripping content from online, like copying people's ads and all this stuff, and like actually coming up with your own ad ideas and your own scripts and briefs and all this stuff from scratch. Like that actually takes a lot of work, effort. It's very challenging to do in the beginning. And I think that's one of the big things that I focus on in terms of the program is like how to actually understand those things, how we come up with those ideas, how we learn that actual skill of marketing. Because without it, like you cannot actually, you can't do anything, right? And yeah, once you start to actually apply it and it works out, like and it clicks, I mean, you guys have that unlock, right? It's just like, holy shit.
Big time.
Yeah, we can actually do this, which is fire. So yeah, I'm super happy to see that. One thing that I also wanted to ask you guys is, I know we've had these discussions before, but you're in med school, and then I don't think I ever asked.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I'm doing a dual in finance and comp sci.
Okay, so you guys are both in school, going on to solid career paths. And then we were having a discussion where, because now you guys are doing 6-figure months. So, I know in the grand scheme of things, you guys have seen way bigger numbers and you want to get to this big scale. You guys should be proud of the fact you guys are at 6-figure months, because that's still a 7-figure business at the end of the day, which is sick. Now, when it comes to those decisions that you're making in terms of, I think you were talking about dropping out of med school potentially, which is just the fact that's even like a discussion that's on the table, to me is insane, right? And I think a big part of that is just because now you have confidence that like you know what you're doing to some extent. So if you want to just like, you guys just give us like a little bit of a background on like your schooling and how this has been like coming into entrepreneurship, how it feels, to be like making money off your laptop. Because for me, I remember back in the day, I kind of had those crossroads. I had just not got a return offer for my corporate job. And then I made the decision to like go all in on eCom. Obviously, best decision that I made, but it's very challenging. Especially like coming from like, you guys are South Asian, right?
Yeah.
So coming from a South Asian background, like the conversation I had to have with my parents and all this stuff, like I just still remember like, this is like, how am I going to explain this to them? But if you guys want to just give an idea of like how that's been for you, if it's changed your perception on school and like going down that path and things like that.
In school in general, I'm not going to hate on universities or anything. At the end of the day, you're going to get what you choose. Do not choose a degree that has no like value at the end of the day. But you do want to realize what you're going to be making and how you're going to be living later down the line. And when you're young, you have no responsibility. So diving into eCom, taking risks and stuff, I think it's worth it. I mean, you can see right here, we're testimonials of things working out. So I only have a semester left. I'm going to finish it at like 3 classes. But if I did have to choose, Caesar said it done, but if I did have to choose, I would drop out and take this route.
Yeah.
Just
So
because.
are you fully like locked onto this now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna graduate, but there's
I think your dad's even down too.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad's down now too. Which
That's
is
fire.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the
If you get your parents on board, then it makes things a lot easier. You know what I mean? Especially like with our background right now, it is. So.
And it's like they're not even giving you active support or anything, but just knowing in the background that
Correct.
they're supporting what you're
Correct,
doing,
yeah.
it gives you that last extra bit of push. that you
It's
need
a
for
lot of. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you like you start to doubt yourself because everybody's telling you, nah, like this is like what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? So then you start to get scared yourself. The problem is, especially, it's such a sensitive time because when you're coming out of school, it's like when you kind of have to pounce on that full-time opportunity because the longer you wait, it's harder to break back in. So it's such a like treacherous time, and I know how it's been. So, and then your case, you're still ongoing. So
Yeah. So, I don't even know how to start this story, but
just give us like a quick synopsis.
yeah, like the entirety of med school. I mean, before I even got into med school, I would always kind of repel the idea of online money because I had it hard fixed in my head. Like the only way like you make money is like you get like a sick job, doctor's a sick job, like you'll be living a really good life, etc. And I was kind of fighting this idea of online money in my head, but then I got into it and I was trying to make it work on the side in med school at the same time. I was trenching, I'm not even playing. Like first year, I was a demon, bro.
Right.
Like up at 4, I sleep by like 7. Like basically no social life or nothing like that. Like just really, really trenching.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even eCom at that point that I was doing, but truly dedicated like all the time that I could find for myself into the game. But I think the thing that really made the difference, because it was trenching for a really long time. I'm about to go into my 5th year. It's a 5-year program. It only started working in my 4th year. So I think the biggest lesson I learned is like, it's not about like the raw amount of effort you're putting in. It's about like, is the effort going into the right place? And the thing is, you get somebody's guidance like Adil, he'll tell you like, are your efforts wasted going into this, or where is it more better placed, those efforts? So when that was sort of made more clear to me, and to me and Radesh as well, that's sort of when things started clicking, where it's like, maybe I was working 4 hours before and like not moving the needle much.
Yeah.
Or like working 1 hour now, but it's like those high ROI tasks and things really started snowballing. So
In the business itself.
in the business itself,
Yeah.
exactly. As for med school, I mean, I think I'm too far into it now to sort of throw in the
100%,
towel.
yeah.
We'll finish it off. I think it's a cool story as well. That,
Yeah.
like, I got doctor beside the name. So
100%. Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah,
fire. But
100%.
long term, I think e-commerce will be the thing that funds sort of my livelihood,
Yeah.
etc.
No, that's fire. That's a sick story, honestly. It's sick to see it. Like, it reminds me of myself too, right? Because obviously not medical path, but maybe your path, yeah. Bro, I remember like it was yesterday, like just the conversations and like being stressed out and stuff, because it's very similar. How old are you guys now?
24.
I started 24.
24, okay. So you guys are a couple years younger than me. Yeah, so it was around the same time. Actually, I think I was a little bit younger, probably like 22, 23.
Yeah.
But it probably made sense to drop out of that point, right?
I didn't drop out.
Oh, you completed,
I finished,
right?
yeah, I
Okay,
finished,
yeah.
yeah. So I did finish, which I'm happy about too.
Yeah.
Same reasons you're saying. I mean, yours is even more important, but I just kind of wanted to always say I have a degree.
Yeah.
I think it's just cool to have a degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing too, it's not that I don't believe in higher education and stuff. Like, I just think, and this goes for all you guys watching too, especially the younger guys, just be very conscious of what you're enrolling in and what your plan is, right? Because you can enroll in all kinds of bullshit degrees that are not going to get you anywhere. You got no job opportunities, nothing. But if you're going to do a degree as a backup option or even as your main option, just have a plan after. Because if you spend 20, 30K on education and you have no plan just to get an education, you're kind of ended up nowhere either. Same thing goes for you know, paying for education for starting a business, right? If you're going into any sort of program, understand like you need to be committed, have your mind ready to be committed to that path, and do your research too on like where you're signing up. For the same ways you can sign up to a bullshit uni and get a shit job and no opportunities, you can sign up to a bad program. And I think like, especially with profits, one of the big things that I've been committed to is like, I realize the power of education, and I know that if you do it the right way, you guys, case in point, it can be very fruitful. Do it the wrong way, like it's just useless. So that goes for any type of education.
Okay, what is this? Just like the door number.
Yeah, the card holder, I guess. Sick.
Okay, enjoy it. Yeah, it's nice.
Give me the elevator, bro.
Room service and shit. I think I put my card on file, so.
Yeah, cheers. You're gonna see the craziest bill. Why'd y'all order 500 cheesecakes? What's going on?
See you guys.
Golly. Welcome to MTV Cribs, guys.
You gotta use your card in that.
Today, we got room 302. This thing is deep, bro. Wow. What is this?
So you guys 2 beds,
Come in,
right?
come in.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Sweet.
Come in.
Yo, where's the light switch?
I think we gotta put the key card in here.
Alright guys, I will give you your privacy and get the fuck out of here. So, these guys are
It's crazy. Yo, because when we sat in Osman's whip too, that was like the first touch of like some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, enjoy it guys, it should be fun.
Appreciate you. Thanks for this.
No, it's nothing, yeah. Thank you guys for coming, it's good to see you guys here.
Of course, yeah.
So, do your thing. Let's aim for, what time is it right now?
40 minutes should be good, to be honest.
Yeah, it's 3:30, so I can take like an hour.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll hit a workout. Maybe go check downstairs if you guys want to just go check it out and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, hour and a half, meet back up. And yeah, we gotta work on it.
Okay,
Cool?
Let's do it.
Okay, see you guys in a bit, and see you guys in a bit as well.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear.
Just gonna warm up the shoulders.
What bench is in it?
Yeah, let's limit the shot though.
So another thing that I do, that not everyone agrees with, is once I warm up, I start with my heaviest weight first set.
Okay.
I'm not think you guys do the same.
Well, like after the warm up, yeah, I go straight.
Yeah, so always guys, I go straight into your heaviest set, because I feel like that's when you have the time to actually like lift the heaviest weight possible, and then obviously you can progressive overload, right? So highly recommend after you guys warm up, first set, heaviest set, like obviously warm up properly first, but then go as heavy as you can for 5 to 7 reps, I would say. Because I feel like once you get above 10 to 12 reps, you're not really making any progress. You'll get a good pump, but that's about it.
I fully pinch myself.
I just thought of something. I feel like there's this like very, what do you want to call it? I think there's a lot of similarities when it comes to working out and like business. And what I mean by that in particular is, I've seen a lot of people, they work out for years and years and years and years on end. They make no physical progress. And I think a big part of it is like half intention. So they don't set goals. They don't know what they're working towards. And then the second thing is, they're not pushing themselves hard enough and they're not doing what they need to do to move the needle forward. I think the same things apply to business, right? So obviously on the fitness side of things, if your diet's not in check and you're not showing up consistently and you're not pushing hard enough, you will not make progress. So even if you show up every day, that's kind of the bare minimum. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna make progress. However, you know, moving it back over to business, same thing. You can show up every day and just keep playing whack-a-mole with eCom and testing a bunch of different products. And I guess putting aside the hard stuff, which is actually learning the fundamentals of marketing, how to test offers, you know, making landing pages, learning how to script, whatever it is. But if you're not doing those things, it's impossible to move yourself forward. So just something for you guys to keep in mind, especially those who feel like you've been working on something for a long period of time and it's just not going anywhere. think back and reflect and see if you're maybe pushing away the hard stuff, avoiding doing it, or you're just not taking the time to learn more about what's actually going wrong and why you're not making progress, right? So just something for you guys to keep in mind. Oh, fuck, that's heavy.
Guys, Aldo's not only an eCom coach, but a gym coach. So you get 2 for 1. Joint profits. Joint profits.
All right, so just finished up a quick pump / workout. Honestly, a good pump. I'm feeling nice. We're gonna go freshen up, grab some coffee, and then we're gonna have a chat somewhere nice and talk about some super valuable eCom stuff. We wanna talk about avatars and all that good stuff. So see you guys in a few minutes. I know you touched upon it earlier, but you had mentioned to me that avatar unlocks was like one of the biggest, I guess, things for you, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to have a deeper conversation about that and just see if there was any things that you guys can just talk about that helped you out, specifically when it came towards that, like how you went about testing your avatars, how you researched them, pretty much anything to do with that sort of stuff.
For sure. I mean, at the end of the day, right, the biggest unlock in eCom in general was like, we're not selling products, we're selling to people, we're selling solutions to people. And you can have one product and it can serve as a solution to a multitude of different types of people. You just need to map out what does that product best serve, who does that product best serve.
Right.
So for example, like a vitamin D supplement, right? There's a bajillion uses for vitamin D. Someone might use it for, or like turmeric or something, some sort of, I'm just using supplements as an example.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the easiest thing to conceptualize, but people have different reasons for using different things. You can test all of these different little pockets of audiences and see who kind of bites at that solution the most. And then you can use that forward momentum to sort of serve that avatar. Now, there's big things to be aware of. Adil teaches this in the program, but there are awareness stages and there's sophistication levels. The biggest thing about advertising is meeting whoever you're selling to where they're at. If you meet them completely different in a place where they're currently at, the ad is not going to hit with them. Like, it's not going to resonate.
Are you able to give like an example of that specifically?
So
because I think that's really valuable and very, very accurate.
Yeah. Let's just take like a weight loss supplement or like a creatine, for example.
Right.
Because we brought up creatine earlier.
Yeah.
Let's say creatine, you might sell it to gym bros who are very well versed on like the science and whatnot. What we would consider more of a sophisticated market. But then you also might sell it to moms who are like looking to, lose the postpartum pounds that they gained during pregnancy. They might not be very well versed on the studies and like exercise science and all this. They just want to lose the weight. So they're less sophisticated. A super scientific, logically backed ad like a VSL, it would hit with the gym sort of junkie type of person because they're so well versed on the whole topic.
Right.
Everything that you're saying, like, you'll give them a reason to believe you as the unique solution to their problems.
Right.
But the mom, she's less sophisticated. She just needs somebody to tell her that, hey, I use this brand's creatine gummies. They work for me. This is what I look like before. This is what I look like after, and that's enough for her. The convoluted explanation would not work for the mom.
Right.
At all. So that's very, very important to discern as well.
So almost like in another way, I guess another way for you guys to help kind of understand what that means. Let's say we were talking about like just explaining any sort of subject to someone. You can obviously talk to someone in like a 5th grader language, right? With very basic terms. Or if it's someone who's very advanced at a subject, you can talk to them in like a PhD language, right? With all kinds of terminology and verbiage and this type of stuff. So depending on the type of person, you can't talk to everyone in 5th grader language. Now, at the same time, it is good to keep things simple and break down concepts easily. But for some audiences, especially ones that are very, very sophisticated, where like they have a lot of knowledge about a subject. So, for example, if it's me talking about e-commerce, even in this video, we're using a bunch of terms and stuff where to some of you guys who are beginners, you'll be like, what the hell are you guys talking about? But to some of you guys who are more advanced, you'll completely understand what we're talking about. And to you, this will be very valuable, right? So that's exactly how it is. And the same thing translates over to when you're making ads for your e-commerce stores, right? Regardless of what you're selling. So understanding who that customer is, that's what your avatar is, like ICP. A lot of people call it different things, personas, whatever it is. It's just your ideal customer. And you need to know how they talk, what they do, what their life looks like, things like that. And we find those things out by researching. So segueing into researching then, let's have a brief talk about how you guys do your research and like what does that kind of look like for you on a day-to-day basis? Because I know everyone does research differently, but what would you say, you have any tips or tricks for people who are doing research and trying to find out their avatars for their product and how you guys went about that?
Yeah, so initially the whole thing is to take the product that you've picked and pick it apart in terms of its features and then map them out to benefits, right? So once you feel as though you got a good product based on the 3 criteria that we mentioned earlier, you want to head on over to Amazon. Either find a product that's exactly the same to yours or something that's very similar. And then go through the reviews and see sort of the types of people that are buying it. A lot of people just info dump their experiences right in the reviews of the Amazon product. So that'll tell you a bunch. There might be like parents buying something for their kids, be like, yo, this worked really good for my kids. Or buy for themselves after like a certain, like, I don't know, a surgery or something, right? You only find out after you read through these Amazon review sections. So that gives you a great starting point to show you like who's already buying this type of product.
So would you say that was one that was like Amazon reviews for you guys? You guys definitely found a lot of like...
We kind of guessed our current avatar right now without doxing it.
Yeah.
But like when you go back into the Amazon reviews now, it's clear as day right there. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't really extrapolate it at first.
But now, 100%, like we'd go back into the Amazon reviews. There's
so then I guess going
so
forward
much more.
now, what are you guys kind of doing like on a day-to-day basis to help you find new avatars or even just like better understand the ones that you're currently working with?
Yeah, so I know you're not the biggest fan of Reddit, but Reddit, we kind of...
Not necessarily. I think Reddit's super valuable. It's just, I think what I say about Reddit, and sorry to cut you off, it's just like, what you guys have to realize too is, you know, for some of my more advanced people who are already doing research, certain platforms have certain demographics that kind of are, I guess, more in tune with those platforms. So if you go on Reddit and there's a topic you're knowledgeable about, what you'll kind of notice over time is there's just a certain type of person that lives on Reddit, and they have their own opinions and things like that. And it's very specific to Reddit. And the same thing for TikTok, the same thing for whatever other platform you're using. Like if you go on Facebook and you're doing research just on Facebook, you're more likely, regardless of the topic, to have someone who's more skewed towards an older demographic, people who are a little bit more archaic with technology. Because again, younger generations, more advanced people with tech, like you're not really using Facebook, right? So always keep the platform in mind too, and like try to have a diverse, selection of platforms when you're doing your research, because I think that keeps things like you're able to get information from a bunch of different places and you're not biased, and I think that's really important as well. But yeah, continue what you were saying. Sorry about the Reddit stuff.
Yeah, so you just kind of, I think the strongest creatives are the ones that shift beliefs that your avatar currently has. So Reddits and forums are great places because people are sort of discussing and playing like this kind of blame game of as to what's going on regarding their problem. And when they play the blame game, you kind of see where they're at in terms of what are their current beliefs about their problems. What do they sort of understand as the root cause of what their issue is, and you can kind of meet them where they're at right there. And the goal is to shift that belief, present your product as that unique mechanism. So I think it's a great place to find their current beliefs, meet them where they're at, and then start changing that belief for them. Another thing that's great, you teach it as well, is going through like YouTube content that they would be consuming. Yeah. So if like, let's say you got like, you're a guy with thinning hair or something, and you search up on YouTube like how to get thicker hair or whatever, you basically enter the search query that your avatar would, and then just consume the content that they would. Did
you guys transcript it?
Yeah,
because I mentioned that as well.
Yeah,
that's really helpful as well. So some of you guys, you know, if you're doing YouTube research, things like that, what helps a lot is just like, you know, to speed up your process is transcripting it, getting the files for all your like YouTube content, and obviously putting it into Claude, whatever you're using to synthesize your research. So I think is that pretty much it for...
Honestly, for the transcriptions, we also use it just for script writing, as it helps with like the language they use, your avatar.
Yeah.
So that's like I think that's the main thing it really helps with.
Yeah.
For research, it's Reddit mainly.
Facebook groups are huge too. We haven't delved much into it, but like people, I've heard stories, like crazy stories in there, nice golden nuggets in there.
Yeah, we actually have someone in the program actually who mentioned at one point in time, he's like, I just got a bunch of sick information, and like I think he got a bunch of sales after launching an ad, where his research was by asking someone in his family who met his avatar criteria, like about their experiences and stuff, and then he took that, put it into an ad, and it actually worked out for him, which was really sick to see. So many different ways to do research, but again, I think the main thing that I wanted to highlight here is just the importance of it, importance of avatars, things alike. So anyways, right now we're headed over to probably grab some food. Toronto is extremely busy right now. There was a World Cup game today, so it's like insane. I don't know if you guys are taking in how busy it is right now. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we have a few different options for food. Haven't quite decided yet. But wherever we end up, I guess we shall meet you guys there.
Alright, so we might have got you a little something.
You guys are out of control.
So we'll let you
kinda heavy,
unbox
so-
it.
Should I open it now?
Yeah, open it now.
Surprised you didn't see me when you picked this up. I had it covered in my like.
Nah, I had no idea. Yeah.
It looked like a square box.
This is fire.
In memories of
Yeah.
yours.
So sick, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna-
Thank you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
Much appreciated. You guys don't have
of
to.
course. Yeah, no, do.
Of course. I'm so excited to see you guys scale even higher.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys are going to be hitting me up by Q4 and just be at like at least close to 7-figure months at the very minimum. So I have confidence. Genuinely, I have confidence for you guys, which is one of the reasons why, like, obviously you guys have seen there's other people doing well, but I was like, I know you guys are definitely going to get there, like, without a doubt. So I'm excited to see it happen. And I'm
100%.
happy to be a part of the journey too. So
100%. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good hearing it from you, you know?
Yeah.
Sick. I feel like in terms of ecom, we discussed a lot of things today. So I think the natural thing to ask after is like, what are your guys' personal goals when it comes to the ecom? You know, like, do you have like, I don't know, is a certain life that you guys envision? Because I like talking about that stuff too. Because I think all of us underlying desire is to, you know, attain certain things or like live a certain life. Do you guys have personal goals? You want to move somewhere, whatever it is? Like, curious to hear. Because I had a lot when I was starting. So a lot of them that I've achieved now, and it's sick. So I think it's nice to set those goals earlier on. Because bro, 3-4 years down the line, like, you might be able to do all of those things, right? So
100%. Yeah.
what does that look like for you? Like, what does the dream ecom lifestyle look like for you?
Do you want to go first, or?
Yeah, sure, I can go first. I don't think it's really about the objects or like buying fancy things for me. I think it's more about firstly stability, and then after that it's just like doing what I want without having to think about the price. Like your friend who every time he buys food or whatever, he's like, I don't really have to think about anything. So it's basically that at the end of the day. And all the other things like the cars and all that stuff, you know, that comes later, but that'll come along.
Yeah, I think I'm right down the same lane as well. It's really just freedom, because I'm kind of at a crossroads of like, there's a starting a family path, right? And then there's like living out your own life as well,
Right.
and like exploring that solo side as well.
You can do both too.
And the thing is, when you have ecom as your like cornerstone, like life's revenue generator, both of those options are open for you, right? So I think for me, like, money will just enable us to have that location freedom and the money as well to just explore like what this life has to show for us, and then through that we can learn like what is it that we actually want. Like, because at this point, like, if you asked me like a year ago, I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have said like, oh yeah, this car and like that watch or whatever. But it's like, are these ideas that were put into my head? Like, were they somebody else's desires that like were thrown onto me? Do I actually want like a fast whip like that?
Right.
A watch or whatever it is? Maybe I do.
Yeah.
But like, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Let's just get the bread first. Let's enable that lifestyle to be actually possible in the first place.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. We'll see if that's something we actually want.
Correct. Yeah.
And in the first place.
So I think one of the things I always say is I used to think I was not into a lot of things until I was able to afford them. And then what I started to realize was, oh, I actually do have an interest in X, Y, and Z thing, right? So I think once you get to a stage where you're able to do the things you want to do comfortably, that's when you can genuinely understand, like, is this something that I actually like or not, right? If you at least have some understanding of yourself. Because what I also see is people who, they get successful, they're still doing things that are not necessarily because they enjoy it. I think it almost comes from a place of like trying to make up for or compensate for where they were before, which is never ideal. And then I think that's when, you know, it results in just not having a very positive mindset. So I think as you have that financial progression, like as you guys continue to reach your financial goals, even some of you guys watching, it's very important to start taking note of like what you genuinely like and like what you enjoy spending your money on, because even spending your money the correct way can make a huge difference in your quality of life. You know, like I know people who spend a shit ton of money and they're not even enjoying their actual life, because I think the things they spend their money on are not things they genuinely enjoy or have no ROI on their life whatsoever, you know. And I enjoy spending money on things that like bring me more fulfillment and enjoyment, and also just make your life more convenient. That's a big thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to hone this into my own mom, is like, try to spend the money that you're making on like services that make your life easier, right?
Yeah.
Like, get your time back. You know, you don't have to spend time doing a bunch of things like cleaning or whatnot, unless you obviously enjoy that. So those things are big as well. But yeah, I think freedom, you know, coming back to what you guys are saying, is the sickest thing. And having experienced that now for a little while, like, it's definitely something that I feel like everyone doesn't get the privilege to have. So if you're, you know, in a place where you have the opportunity to be able to do that, take advantage of it, and count your blessings. And yeah, definitely don't take it for granted, because it's definitely a blessing, you know. And I think some of us sometimes fail to take it in, especially after a prolonged period of time where you're successful. You're just like, it becomes the new normal. But yeah, I think that should pretty much wrap up today's video. It's not wrapping up our night. We're going out after. We got some stuff planned tomorrow as well. But I hope you guys got some value out of this. Honestly, it's a sick video. Like, I think that was really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
We appreciate you having us.
Yeah,
Thank you
of course.
very much.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes.
Of course.
Hope you liked the
it was
gift.
great. Yeah, no, it was great. You guys will see it on my shelf or something somewhere for sure.
In the background of the recorded call.
Yeah, so hope to see some of you guys in my Profits program. Email link below. I'll be sending out some more videos there, and then I'll also let you guys know when it opens up again. It's not open right now, but when it does, that'll be on my email list. So go tap that and subscribe, because there's gonna be a few more of these coming pretty soon. And I will see you guys in the next one.